Attention passionate Baltimore Ravens fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Baltimore Ravens' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave division rivals stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Baltimore Ravens fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRIENDS and Baltimore, RAVENS fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. Hold on tight because what I'm about to tell you could be one of the biggest rumors of the NFL offseason, especially for us Ravens fans. There's a buzz going around, and it's coming from some pretty reliable sources, that the Ravens might be in the mix for a blockbuster trade involving none other than Jalen Carter, the star defensive tackle from the Philadelphia Eagles. Yes, you heard that right. Jalen Carter, a player who's been lighting up the league with his explosiveness and disruptive presence on the defensive line, could soon be wearing purple and black. And if this move happens, it could seriously shake up the entire landscape of the AFC, and more specifically, the AFC North. A deep dive into the Baltimore Ravens context and recent performance before we get into the potential trade, let's take a closer look at the Baltimore Ravens' recent trajectory. Since their inception, the Ravens have built a franchise philosophy rooted in a dominant defense, innovative coaching, and a balanced offensive attack. The team's history is replete with legendary figures, Ray Lewis, Ed Reed, Terrell Suggs, who have set the standard for what it means to be a Ravens linebacker or defensive player. In recent years, the Ravens have continued to be a defensive powerhouse, particularly under head coach John Harbaugh and defensive coordinator Mike Macdonald. In 2025, the Ravens finished with a 12-5 record, securing the AFC North crown once again, a division that has become fiercely competitive with the Cincinnati Bengals and Cleveland Browns improving their rosters significantly. Baltimore's defense ranked 5th in the league in points allowed per game, allowing just 19, 8th and 3rd in yards allowed, allowing 310 yards per game. Their run defense was especially stout, giving up only 98 yards per game, which ranked 2nd in the league. A testament to their stout front seven led by players like Calais Campbell, Odafe Oweh, and rookies stepping into bigger roles. Offensively, the Ravens have been somewhat inconsistent, but Lamar Jackson continues to be a dynamic force, both as a passer and a runner. In 2025, Jackson threw for 600 yards with 27 touchdowns and 10 interceptions, while rushing for over 0 yards and 8 touchdowns. The key to their success has often been the balanced attack, complemented by a stout defense and strategic coaching. The significance of the defensive line and the need for an impact player, one of the ongoing concerns for the Ravens, has been their pass rush and interior run defense, especially when facing top-tier offenses. While Odafe Oweh has shown flashes of elite potential, and the team re-signed Justin Madubuike to a lucrative extension, the need for a disruptive force on the interior has been evident. Enter Jalen Carter. Standing at 6'3" and weighing approximately 314 pounds, Carter is a unique blend of size, speed, agility, and explosiveness. His 40-yard dash time of 4.91 seconds is impressive for a player of his size, especially considering his agility and ability to penetrate offensive lines. His college production was extraordinary, and he was widely regarded as a top 5 pick before declaring for the NFL draft. A stats and performance breakdown of Jalen Carter * in 2023, Carter's impact was staggering. He recorded 28 sacks, 8 forced fumbles, and earned a PFF grade of 92.4, making him one of the most dominant interior linemen of his draft class. His 2025 season was equally impressive. 5 sacks, 42 pressures, a win rate of 26%, and a +0.41 EPA per snap. His 12 tackles for loss and an 81% run-stop rate showcase his ability to excel against both the run and pass. Carter's disruptive ability is comparable to some of the best in the league, like Geno Atkins during his prime years. His quickness, combined with his power, makes him a nightmare for offensive lines. His success rate of about 59% on bull rushes and his knack for collapsing pockets could mean a significant upgrade for the Ravens' interior line, which has often struggled against power running games and quick interior pass rushes. Injury history and durability. One thing to consider is Carter's injury history. He suffered an ankle injury that limited him in Week 11 of 2023, but has avoided major injuries since. His medical evaluations are said to be positive, and his durability is a key factor in whether the Ravens and the Eagles would be willing to part with him. Why would the Eagles trade Jalen Carter? Philadelphia's current cap situation is a significant factor. With approximately $21 million in cap space for 2026, they face tough decisions, especially after extending Jalen Hurts with a record-breaking $255 million deal that carries a hefty cap hit for the next several years. The Eagles are also trying to free up space to re-sign key secondary players and add depth at linebacker. Trading Carter could free up around $17 million in cap space, giving the team flexibility to maneuver in free agency or draft capital. Additionally, Carter's injury concerns, while manageable, have made the Eagles cautious, especially given their recent struggles against the run, allowing about 100 rushing yards per game in 2025, indicating a need to bolster their secondary and possibly seek younger, more cap-friendly options along the defensive line. The Eagles have historically been aggressive in their roster moves, and their focus on building a balanced, young, and affordable roster aligns with moving some high-value players for draft capital and cap relief. If they decide to move Carter, it would be a strategic decision to clear space for future signings, including potentially drafting a young secondary or edge rusher. The potential impact on the Ravens asterisk for the Ravens, acquiring Carter would be nothing short of transformative. The addition of a player of his caliber would significantly bolster their defensive front. Currently, their interior line is solid but not elite. Adding Carter could push them into the league's top-tier defenses. Let's analyze the potential on-field impact. Run defense. With Carter's elite run-stopping ability, the Ravens could become the premier run defense in the league. Last season, they allowed just 98 rushing yards per game, but Carter's addition could push that number even lower, possibly into the 80s or high 70s, making it nearly impossible for opponents to establish a ground game. Pass rush. Carter's pressure rate and ability to collapse the pocket could elevate the Ravens' pass rush significantly. Pairing him with Majibuik and Oe creates a formidable interior pass rush, forcing quarterbacks to hurried throws and increasing turnover opportunities. Disruption and turnovers. Carter's knack for forcing fumbles and creating pressure could lead to more turnovers. His 8 forced fumbles in 2023 highlight his game-changing ability. Complementing existing players. With Calais Campbell aging but still effective, Carter could serve as the cornerstone for the interior line, allowing Campbell and other veterans to shift to situational roles. Strategic fit and future outlook. Adding Carter would not only improve the current defense, but also set the foundation for sustained excellence. The Ravens are known for their talented secondary, with players like Marlon Humphrey, Kyle Hamilton, and Marcus Williams. A dominant front could make their secondary's job easier, reducing the number of big plays allowed. Looking ahead, Baltimore's defensive outlook with Carter could mirror the best units in NFL history, like the 2000 Ravens or the 2013 Seahawks, where a smothering defense was the key to playoff success. The team's front seven would become an intimidating force, capable of shutting down both the run and the pass. Offensively, the Ravens can focus on their evolving passing game, knowing their defense is stout enough to keep them in games. Lamar Jackson's dual-threat ability, combined with a strong defense, makes Baltimore a perennial contender. Expectations for the future asterisk. If this trade materializes, the Ravens could be viewed as immediate Super Bowl contenders. Bookmakers have already adjusted their odds, moving from around +6, 0 to +2, 200, reflecting the increased confidence in Baltimore's championship prospects. The addition of Carter could turn the Ravens into a top 5 defense in points allowed, yards allowed, and turnovers forced. In the playoffs, this could translate into more wins, especially against high-powered offenses like Kansas City, Buffalo, or Cincinnati. Historical significance and broader league impact asterisk. Historically, the NFL's dominant defenses have often been the difference-makers in February. The 1985 Bears, 2000 Ravens, 2013 Seahawks all had disruptive defensive lines that overwhelmed opponents. If Baltimore acquires Carter, they could join this elite group. Furthermore, this potential move could influence the AFC North's balance of power. Currently, the Bengals, high-flying offense, and the Browns' emerging defense make the division competitive. However, a dominant Ravens defense, especially with Carter, could tilt the scales and establish Baltimore as the division's clear dominant force for years to come. Player profiles and matchups. Jalen Carter. As a player, Carter is known for his high motor, relentless pursuit, and ability to disrupt both the run and pass. His college highlights include multiple game-winning plays and dominant performances against top-tier competition. His combination of quickness and power allows him to beat double teams, which is crucial against NFL offenses that often scheme to neutralize interior pressure. Lamar Jackson. The face of the franchise, Jackson's ability to extend plays and create chaos in the secondary complements a stout defensive front. His leadership and athleticism make him a constant threat and a catalyst for the Ravens' success. Existing defensive players. Broderick Washington, Justin Majabuik, Odafe Owe, and the secondary, Marlon Humphrey, Kyle Hamilton, Marcus Williams, would benefit greatly from an upgraded front. Carter's presence could unlock more blitz packages and stifle opposing offenses. Conclusion and final thoughts. In sum, the potential trade for Jalen Carter represents a seismic shift for the Baltimore Ravens. It embodies their aggressive, championship-oriented mindset and highlights their willingness to make bold moves to secure another Super Bowl. While the Eagles will weigh their options carefully, the strategic benefits for both teams are clear. For Ravens fans, this speculation sparks hope and excitement. It's a move that could define the franchise's future, an infusion of elite talent into a historically dominant defense, and a potential catalyst for a deep playoff run. The NFL offseason is full of surprises, but few would be as impactful as adding a player like Carter to the Baltimore Ravens roster. Additional player insights and future projections. Jalen Carter's ceiling. If he stays healthy and continues to develop, Carter could be a perennial All-Pro and a Defensive Player of the Year candidate. His ability to command double teams frees up linebackers and edge rushers, creating a ripple effect of disruption across the defense. Long-term impact. The Ravens could build a defensive core around Carter for the next 5-7 years, much like the 2000 Ravens or the 2015 Denver Broncos. This stability would allow the team to focus on honing their offense through the draft and free agency, creating a balanced, championship-caliber roster. Off-season strategy. Acquiring Carter might also influence other moves, such as re-signing key players, drafting additional defensive talent, or focusing on offensive line upgrades to protect Lamar Jackson further. Final call to action. So, Ravens fans, what do you think? Is this a move the team should pursue? Would you be willing to part with draft picks for a chance at a championship? Drop your thoughts below and let's get the conversation going. The offseason is just heating up, and with rumors like this circulating, Baltimore's future looks brighter than ever. Remember, stay tuned for more updates, rumors, and detailed analysis. We're committed to bringing you the best coverage and insights into our beloved Ravens. Let's continue to support our team, dream big, and believe that the next chapter could be the most exciting one yet. Whether this trade happens or not, one thing remains certain. Baltimore Ravens football is one of the most compelling stories in the NFL today. And don't forget, if you want to keep receiving the latest Baltimore Ravens news, analysis, and insider info, hit that subscribe button, like the video, and share it with fellow fans. The more of us there are, the louder our voice becomes. Let's go Ravens, towards another Super Bowl.